A romantic comedy ballet returns to Cincinnati for the first time in 15 years. Coppelia takes the stage at the Aronoff Center this weekend. And here with what to expect is Johanna Wilt, Associate Artistic Director of the Cincinnati Ballet. Coppelia, you guys should all know that first I had to ask her how to say that, and I had two different ways, and they were both absolutely incorrect. Thank you so much for being here, Johanna. It's good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
You know, and not knowing a lot about ballet, when I hear romantic comedy and ballet, those aren't two things that I necessarily think of as going together. How does that work? How is a ballet funny?
Well, in classical ballet, there's usually a story. Yeah. And in this particular version, there's lots of romance between Franz and Swanhilda. They are to be married. However, Franz has an infatuation with a doll that he sees in Dr. Coppelius's workshop.
Okay.
And so it's this romantic triangle, and of course he's a bit of a buffoon, and you know, he goes this way and that way, and so it's a comedy, but there's also some amazing classical dancing.
It's amazing how often the buffoon in a romantic comedy ends up being the guy. It tends to go that way historically, I think. So this was a show that happened, I guess, almost a decade and a half ago now.
Right.
Do you find that it's fun to bring things back that people can recall seeing, many years ago?
Well, it's wonderful to bring this back. We last did this version in 2001. It's a choreography by Kirk Peterson, and our company, Cincinnati Ballet, has just grown and expanded, and the depth of our classical technique has deepened. We've had time to delve into the story. Kirk Peterson has been with us in the studio. Yeah. He knows the nuance of the old classical ballet from the original French and Italian technique, and so it's really a delving back into history for all of us.
It really is so interesting to talk about ballet and story, because I think a lot of people, when they go see ballet, they're just going to be so visually stunned that you don't necessarily think about story. But in this case, and then if you think about the Nutcracker, you are talking about story a whole lot more than maybe people think about a whole lot with ballet.
Absolutely. It's a great ballet to bring the kids to. We have two matinees, one on Saturday, one on Sunday this weekend. Yeah. But it's also a wonderful adult ballet, as well. So
romantic comedy, so maybe not a bad date night kind of a thing, right?
Could be, absolutely.
Okay, so if people want tickets, what's the best way for everyone to go about doing that?
You can go to the ballet website. Okay. You can call the Cincinnati Ballet, and or the Aronoff.
Okay, excellent. We'll get a link up at local12.com as well, so you can find a link to the Cincinnati Ballet's website from there, in case you get lost. We'll take care of you. Johanna, it's great to see you.
No, thank you so much.
Thanks for coming in. Best of luck with the show. And Erica, let's